well. Captain Amit Singh, after the initial, sort of reportage that we saw, or the expert opinions that we saw, which were speculating on all sorts of aspects from the flaps to the gears, etc. Now, of course, it's increasingly becoming evident that with the RAT being deployed and other aspects, where was the failure? Could the failure somewhere have been attributed to the electrical system? Is it something else that's happened? Because this double engine failure is something that many experts are not able to wrap their head around.
There are too many theories floating around. So we have to look at the design aspect of any aircraft, not just the 787. So if 787 has been manufactured in the US, so FAA lays down the design requirements, which is applicable to all aircrafts. So electrical, if you look at electrical especially, there is a clause that one particular failure should not cascade into others. So the engine will have a separate electrical generation which will be isolated from the general electricals of the aircraft. So these redundancies and safety nets are always there, even for other systems. So that one system cannot take away or take down the whole aircraft. So saying that the electrical will cause double engine failure is very remote. Now we'll have to see what exemptions has FAA given to Boeing. So on the design requirements. Like we have seen with the Boeing 737, we saw certain exemptions given since 1967. Those exemptions were given till date when FAA stopped, and then Boeing went to the Congress saying that if you don't give us exemption on this particular thing, we'll have to stop production. So those exemptions have to be given. DGC has to analyze independently how these affect safety.
Right. And let me bring in Captain Sam Thomas on this as well. Captain Sam Thomas, as Captain Amit Singh was saying, there are redundancies built in. So if it's not the electrical, ability to send the fuel electronically, there are other redundancies that have been built in as well, is what experts are sharing with us, which will ensure that the engine doesn't shut down as quickly as it did in the case of this particular crash in Ahmedabad. How do you look at this, Captain Thomas?
Firstly, undisputedly, Captain Amit Singh is an expert, and you should take his first sentence. There are too many theories floating around. What we'd like to suggest is, please wait for the investigation. I know everybody is desperate to get an answer for this. These speculations, particularly that came from an American gentleman who was on social media, we agree, social media, as helpful as it is, can have undesirable consequences. What the gentleman has said is pilot error based on one of his theories. He went back on that and said that it is dual engine failure. None of the people here or anywhere else at this point can tell you what caused this crash. Anybody who says anything about this crash is only speculating. So we must avoid that. What we want everyone to know is that when the investigation takes place, it should be a transparent investigation. Let every stakeholder, I wish Captain Amit Singh is also involved in the accident investigation. And do you remember the match fixing incident that happened in South Africa? How televised it was, the entire inquiry with Hansi Cronje? Why don't we have something like that? ALPA is ready to help out at any time. We have the expertise. We have international expertise. If you need us, we are there at any time, just to make sure and assure the public that there is a fair play involved in the entire exercise.